Hello, my motor enthusiasts. You're tuned into F1 Motor Fever podcast, where we discuss the hot topics in the world of Formula One.
And hot topics we have today, Enzo Watts.
Oh, indeed, William. Word on the circuit is that Ferrari is making power moves in the paddock.
Blimey, are we talking a shake-up in the team?
You could say that. Ferrari has set their sights on several key figures from Red Bull, including their technical director, Pierre Wache.
Pierre Wache, that's a significant move. Any more names?
Yes, indeed. Head of aerodynamics, Enrico Balbo, and David Morgan, Red Bull's on-track aerodynamic development engineer, are also under Ferrari's consideration.
Ferrari is certainly not taking this lightly. But what about the drivers?
Well, William, it seems that Ferrari is focusing on the technical side for now, but you never know what might happen next.
Absolutely, Enzo. It seems like an exciting time ahead in the F1 world.
Now, let's take our foot off the pedal a bit, shall we? Greetings, I'm Enzo, your resident F1 fanatic and host of F1 Motor Fever podcast, coming to you every day with the top stories from the world of motorsports.
And I'm William, your trusty commentator, bringing you the insights and analyses on all things F1.
We're delighted to have you along for the ride. If you're as passionate about Formula One as we are, make sure to subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications so you never miss out on our daily updates. Your likes, comments, and shares go a long way in supporting the channel's continuation, so please do keep them coming.
And of course, don't forget to share F1 Motor Fever podcast with your friends and family. The more the merrier.
Absolutely, William. Now for today's episode, we've got some news that's going to rev up your engines. Ferrari, one of the most iconic teams in the sport, is making some strategic moves that could potentially shake up the grid. How's that for a teaser?
Blimey, that does sound exciting. I'm all ears, Enzo.
So, buckle up, ladies and gents, as we get this show on the road. Here at the F1 Motor Fever podcast, we're going full throttle. So, it seems that the Prancing Horse is making some strategic moves, eyeing key figures from Red Bull amid the latter's ongoing turmoil. And it's not the drivers we're talking about, but the technical minds behind the scenes. What's your take on this?
Well, it's not entirely surprising, is it? Ferrari has been on a hunt for improvements for a while now. And to be frank, who wouldn't want to have the masterminds behind the reigning world champion team in their corner?
Quite right. It's interesting to see the focus on everything off track. After all, a great part of the victory happens behind the scenes, doesn't it?
Absolutely. In the end, it's a team sport. You need the right people in the right roles. And the figures Ferrari is eyeing are no small names. Pierre Wache, Enrico Balbo, David Morgan, Ben Waterhouse, and Alessandro Germani. These are some of the best technical minds in the sport.
And wouldn't you say it's well-timed considering the instability within Red Bull?
Indeed, it's a very strategic move. The Italian marque seems well prepared for this.
I suppose time will tell how these developments pan out. But it certainly adds another layer of intrigue to the upcoming season, doesn't it?
That it does, my friend, that it does.
Now there's one name we've yet to mention. The jewel in the crown, as some might say, Adrian Newey. It's clear that not only the behind-the-scenes work of Fred Vasseur is being considered, but also the potential influence of Ferrari's chairman, John Elkann.
Ah, the power of Elkann. It's fascinating to see his direct involvement in the team's growth, and his presence at the circuit speaks volumes about Ferrari's commitment to improvement. I reckon his meeting with Mintzlaff in the Red Bull hospitality area in Jeddah wasn't just a casual chat.
I wouldn't bet against that. It's clear he's trying to capitalize on the shaky internal state of Red Bull. Meanwhile, it seems Ferrari remains a united front.
Quite so. The internal power struggles rocking Red Bull are conspicuously absent in the Scuderia, and that unity could be a deciding factor for those considering a switch.
Absolutely. It could be an attractive proposition for the likes of Newey, Wache, and the others. Only time will tell how this all pans out. But one thing is for sure, the off-track developments are proving to be just as exciting as the on-track action.
Couldn't agree more. It's as if we're watching a whole new race, off the grid. the race for the best minds in the sport, and it's looking to be just as intense.
William, why don't we have a quick peek at some of the buzz on the internet? Any interesting chatter to share?
As a matter of fact, there is. Roddy, or should I say Roddy the Ruin, mentions that according to ESPN2, viewership for Saturday's Formula One race from Saudi Arabia was down 40% from last year. That's a hefty drop.
Certainly raises an eyebrow. What's the general consensus among the fans?
Flowering Skull 67 suggests that the bubble is leaking, but also points out that it isn't a fair comparison. Some fans have switched to F1 TV this year, which could also factor into these numbers.
Ah, the allure of commercial-free streaming.
Absolutely. Sweet totally says that the Heineken commercial was so overwhelming, she decided to watch the Grand Prix on her laptop instead of ESPN.
That's quite a statement. Any other interesting remarks?
Yes, there's more. Humongous Dickosaurus points out that despite declining viewership, revenue keeps trending upwards. Some fans believe this might be due to Formula One focusing more on high-income clients and celebs.
Interesting perspective.
Yes, indeed. David Brooker likens it to airlines prioritizing business-class travelers. Several other fans comment on the high ticket prices for races in the US, with some saying it's cheaper to fly to Italy than go to a race in the States.
Blimey, that's quite the revelation.
Lastly, Emerfs mentions how the 40% drop is related to the switch from ESPN to ESPN2. And others continue the discussion about the dominance of certain races, making the races predictable for them.
Well, it seems like there's a lot to ponder over within the world of Formula One. Any final thoughts, William?
Well, all I can say is that the world of Formula One is not just about the on-track action. It's the off-track developments and even viewership trends that are all part of this grand spectacle.
That brings us to the end of today's episode of F1 Motor Fever podcast. We've had a riveting discussion about the behind-the-scenes power moves and potential shifts in the Formula One landscape. We're grateful for your continued support and love to hear your thoughts. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and drop us a comment.
Absolutely. And if you've enjoyed this episode, don't be stingy. Share it with your mates, your nan, your barber, even your pet hamster. Trust me, they'll thank you for it. And remember, we're here every day, giving you top-notch banter and insights into everything Formula One.
Thank you for joining us today. We're already excited for our next episode. You never know what's around the corner.
Couldn't agree more. So until next time, keep your energy high and your spirits higher. Both, pedal to the metal, keep your gaze on the road. Our channel's content is pure gold.